Hello, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Booth and welcome to Tim Talks.
What's up, everybody?
I'm Dan Arena from Inside the Booth.
And I am Tim's Talk, Tim Possible.
And tonight we're doing a double stream and we're going to be talking about the Bad Batch first. Usually about the first 20 minutes we talk about Bad Batch and then we get into the Mandalorian, everybody's favorite.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way.
That is right. All right.
And then we also have an awesome guest.
Yes, we got a great guest. Yes.
Our man, Star Wars Architect, on the channel for the first time. Great lightsaber wielder, awesome cosplay, and does other Star Wars content. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
Doing all right.
All right.
All right. And the chat is here already. What's up?
Uncle Mike, how you doing?
Darth First is Kathy, what up? KG, Achilles. By your left elbow. I see what you did there. I'm always like on your left, so I see you, Kathy. On your left elbow.
My left is this one. Fun. All right. So I guess we're gonna get into the Bad Batch. The first little bit of it. So I guess we'll start with the plot of the Bad Batch, which I don't know. I don't think it wasn't a solid plot for this episode. It was more of just like the Bad Batch guys getting together and going somewhere, maybe trying to hide out or something, and then they have to run away from a tsunami, and then that's about. I guess that's all I got from it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a vacation episode in a way. Like Bad Batch takes a vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Now my question is, who's the black lady that talks? Is that what's her name? Gosh, I just had her name in my head too. Sykes.
Yeah,
what's her name? Sykes. Give me a second.
Chat, let us know. As well.
Wanda Sykes. It sounds like Wanda Sykes. That's her name.
Okay.
I'm not sure who it is because I didn't watch the end credits, so I don't know. Anyways, Star Wars Architect. What did you think about the plot?
Pretty much same as you guys are saying. I just as soon as I started watching it, I kind of started just like dozing off. Not really dozing off, but just kind of like basically just
couldn't pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a hard time focusing on it a little bit. I was actually going to rewatch it before, and I just finished watching the third episode of Mando again, so I didn't get a chance. But yeah, it was kind of just basic for me.
Yeah.
Her name's Fee, I guess. Is her character's name.
Yeah. So I guess I will not give it a point because I didn't really enjoy this one. I was kind of bored, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't really give it a point either. It's just like at this point the show is almost over and we're getting like these filler or whatever. I feel like they need to
give us a story about maybe about how Crosshairs comes back together with the rest of the crew or something, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm hoping for, but like you said, it's almost over, so we probably won't get it.
How many more episodes are there?
I think 3 more episodes, maybe, because there's the last 2 episodes. The finale, they grouped 2 episodes together, so I think there's actually 3 because we're on episode 13, right? So
right,
14, 15, 16. I think. I think 3 more episodes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you're right, 16. It concludes on March 29th, it says.
Gotcha.
Beautiful. So you're right, they will put 2 together on that last one. Huh, interesting. Star Wars Architect, would you give it a point? No point for the plot.
Yeah, no point. I'll just not
No.
much on that one.
No points.
The last episode was a little bit better than that one.
Yeah, it
Oh, yeah.
was. All right, so now we're into the acting. You know, like always, I mean, the acting is fine, but just because this episode was written poorly, um, I don't know. I guess I didn't really like it that much, so I probably won't give it a point. What do you think,
Yeah.
Tim?
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, like there's nothing really like super serious. I feel like they're trying to, well, they definitely are trying to ship Fee and Tech together. They're trying to make that a thing.
Right.
But I don't know, like it was just kind of mad to me. There's nothing really crazy. It was more just the tsunamis come in and they're just, yeah, no really intense moments. I felt like
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
like
think.
oh, good. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't really have anything to add on to it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it was just like a a monotone type thing and then there was like no real like
Yeah. So my
punch or anything like that.
right. So here's my question. The big guy that runs the town, is he a clone as well or no? Because his face almost looked similar to the other clones.
That is a good question. Yeah, he kind of had that vibe or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd guess he wasn't, but he does look like very similar. Like he seemed like he could be like Record's brother when they shake hands. They
Yeah,
both seem
yeah,
like strong guys. Yeah.
yeah. I guess that's where I got that from. um, yeah, and I don't know. It's just I guess it was a strange. I'm guessing nobody else gives it a point for acting.
Yeah. NA default.
Yeah.
Default. All right, cinematography. Um, let's see here. I don't know.
I don't think I think it looked good, but there wasn't any crazy space shots I can remember. But I think the ocean and the tidal wave and all that. I think the animation looked fine.
Gotcha. You're crackling again too, Tim. Just let you know.
No.
Um, almost sounds like Darth Vader. Star Wars Architect. What did you think about cinematography?
Yeah, so
Which-
I mean, there were some okay fight scenes in there. I mean, I guess cool, like fighting, I suppose, and I agree with the animation. I like the animation, but sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Yeah, nothing special, but yeah, that whole section of things are okay. We're okay,
Right.
I guess. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, again, it is a basic episode, so there wasn't anything fantastic, but I didn't see anything wrong with it either. So,
Yeah.
um,
Right.
because it did have the vibrancy of like the trees and stuff like that, and like Tim said, the water when the tsunami came, the water looked
Oh,
fine.
right.
And the lighting was fine. So I guess I'll give it a point just because it was, it was decent. It just wasn't fantastic,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So would you guys give it a point or no point for being basic? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I'll
go
give it
ahead.
a point.
Yeah, I'll give it a point for that.
Okay. And then I guess because we are not going to do any allegories because it really is not. Sounds like a sneeze or a cough. Oh, your microphone? Is that what you say?
Oh, okay. I think so.
Since there was really no allegory, we'll just end it with the music, the score of the music and stuff. Again, it's a basic show, and I didn't think there's anything spectacular in the music this time around. So, personally, because there have been better scenes with better music in the Bad Batch, I guess I'll give it a no point for this one, just because I didn't think it was too, too different or too. I don't know. It just was plain to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
I definitely agree.
I'm just gonna. I'll give it a. Yeah. I'll give it a pass because it just it wasn't bad, but it's not really memorable.
Right.
So,
Yeah, nothing really stood out or jumped out at me musically or anything like that. So
Yeah.
same.
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 yeah. Kathy making jokes down here. Tim ever met Adam Driver? They would think they were looking at in a mirror. Just saying. They'd have one of those moments where it's like Spider-Man.
No,
just
really though.
pointing at each other.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. What's up? I don't know who this is, but thanks for being here.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Where's Jazz Grad? Tim.
A lot of people in here.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So I guess out of 12 points, this show could have possibly gotten 12 points out of 12. But it only got 3 points out of 12.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, I'm guessing this episode was not the best.
We're hopeful for the next one.
Yes, we're hopeful for the next one. If you guys want to talk a little bit more about the Bad Batch right now, go for it.
Yeah, I think it just, I'm just kind of upset seeing like another kind of filler. Like there was no real point to this at all. Like not even like a tease at the end. What this could kind of lead to? What are they gonna just stay on this planet forever? Something. Yeah. Something has to happen. So I know the Empire's out there looking for Omega based on like the other episodes. So hopefully we can only hope the next episode will give us that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I've been watching the entire show or the entire season since the second one came out, but because I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm gonna give everything a shot. But it just hasn't really. It's just been kind of like neutral flow, really. I feel like pretty much the whole season. It's not a bad show, but it's like, it's just like staticky, if that makes sense.
Yeah. It feels like they're. I don't know because I don't know what the next 3 episodes are going to be, but to me it feels like they're just gonna kind of drop it off and just not make any more Bad Batch. I don't know if that's what their plan is, but that's what it kind of feels like. Without how the whole season's been going, it just feels like that to me. I don't know though,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we've gone this whole season and the Bad Batch doesn't know like their brother is still alive and vice versa. So they better have some sort of good payout for that, and then also like payout for Cody, because like Cody got away. When are they going to meet up with him? I know they've contacted Rex at this point and sent him intel after the Metamorphosis episode. So,
and what about Echo?
That too. He's with Rex, right?
Is that where he's at? Yeah, kind of lost.
Yeah,
focus on it.
Yeah, they have a lot to like jam pack in these next couple episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up? Testify, how's it going? Admiral Neckbeard. What's up?
Good name. I like that name.
How you change names that fast? He's probably talking about this. That's funny.
Kathy Skywalker did say, "Isn't it necessary for the repetitions?" Oh, that's for the Tim. I don't know.
Mm,
Um,
yeah. Let me see. Hey Phil,
yeah, I
thanks
don't know.
pal. Yeah, I don't have like there's nothing like I can really go off of like predictions for the next week. I don't what chat or anyone what's the next episode called?
Oh, I don't even know. What's
Let me
up,
see.
Phil?
What up, Phil?
Phil, what's up, man?
Phil TMT. I need to
Phil's the
get some.
man. He's got some cool. He's got some
Yes.
cool saber content too, man.
Yeah. I wish I had some clips for him, like in his hot dog outfit. That's like his bread and butter.
Okay, I
Seamus.
just found it. It's called The Tipping Point is the next one.
Tipping point.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what
Point.
that is.
You
Tipping
know,
Point.
something about like the way that all the shows have been, like I guess the consistency of all of them. It's like it may just be me, but it feels like even with a little bit in Mandalorian in ways, and not to get off topic, but like it's like it never quite hits the peak for me, and it's just like
Mhm.
I don't know if everybody really thinks that or not, but it's just like that's just what I observed, and not even not in any bias type of way, like because I'm not really too into Bad Batch, so I mean, but like
Right.
uh yeah, it just feels like every episode seems to like have so much hype, and then it does not quite deliver, and I don't know, just something I noticed.
Right. No, that's true. Uh,
Yeah,
that's for sure. I don't know what it is. I don't know who's overseeing it all, but it just
yeah,
yeah, you're right.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's got to be something deeper than just the writer and the
Yeah.
whatever whatever is going
Mhm.
on. Um,
Right.
but
Thank you
yeah,
for the plug, Tim. Appreciate that, brother. But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Dan, you hit 1,000. That's what Phil was saying.
yeah,
You
we
said,
just hit 1,000
Oh,
2 days
nice.
ago, I think.
Congrats,
So yeah.
bro.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
It's a long road.
That is a huge milestone for YouTube. When you
It
hit that
is.
1,000, I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um,
Yep.
yeah, and then there's what is it? And then you got the watch hours. That's the
Oh
tough one.
yeah,
All right. Yeah. Yep.
that's where I'm at.
And that's when I tell everybody, even everybody watching right now, listen to this. If you like what Tim does, you like what Star Wars Architect does, like what we do, make sure you go and watch it. And if even if you don't want to watch it, play it in the background, play it before you go to bed, and let it run all night long, so that they get the watch hours that they
Right.
need.
Yeah.
Because it's really tough to get the watch hours.
Yeah. I don't know if this does anything to affect it, but if it's too hard for you to listen to it through, make it go faster. Turn up the speed, and you stream it right through.
No, there you go. Would that count as the whole hour
I,
though? That's
I
my
bel
question.
I'm not sure, but I think at least 5 seconds of watch time is I don't know if I'm right. I'm not the I'm not the expert on YouTube, but I did
Right.
read somewhere. I don't know if you guys know. You guys probably know better than I do. But is that I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. I never even thought of it like
Yeah.
that.
I know
Yeah.
for monetization they added that new that new thing. If you can pick either watch hours or what's it 90 shorts, 10
Right.
million watch hours or something like that.
Oh yeah, you can get paid for the shorts instead,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
get monetized for shorts instead of
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, right, yeah. But that's even like it's like man, how
It,
You gotta
it
about
have
seems
10 million.
ridiculous, but yeah, you gotta have like 10 million
it's like
within 90 days or something. I don't remember.
can't you guys just like help us out a little bit? I mean,
Right.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a little bit. I mean, we're making. I mean, without the people on YouTube, YouTube doesn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
got to be some type of like, you know, engineering we can do here to kind of like make it to where it's like everybody's putting their time in. It's like somehow, let me get like 10 cents a video or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Somehow it could work out. You just gotta, it just has to be, have the right people, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to have a little bit more payouts for the creators on the platform, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What's going on with the chat?
Looks like there's a little bit of
trolling.
Vex Electro says.
Should
says
turn on
the
subscribe for
driver.
longer than a minute mode. I've never actually messed with that. Maybe I will have to do that. What's up, Vex? How's it going?
Well, if you see what she says above that, she said, "Are you Adam Driver?"
Oh my gosh. I can't confirm. I can't confirm. Let's see. But I kid. How are you guys tonight? I think we're doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Has Tim grown a beard? No, I can't grow a full-on beard, to be honest. Maybe one day. What's up, Rolando? How's it going? We got Ryan Kennel in the house. What's up, man? I don't think that's actually.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Would be the one. Yeah, I might mod some people up so we can control the chat a little bit, but yeah. So do we want to kind of move into Mando?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you want to plug, do a little.
Oh yeah, the commercial.
Real quick. Yeah.
Yep.
We can do that.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. Let me find the clip down here. All right. Here is Dan's channel. Check out his stuff. Here we go.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's awesome. I love that, dude. I love that so much. It's hilarious.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys like what we do here on Inside the Booth at Tim Possible, even at Star Wars Architect, if you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button and ding the bell, so that you get notified for everybody's shows and upcoming events that they have. And then, obviously, if you like what we do, you can support us also with being a Patreon member or buying merchandise. So that would be wonderful if you guys do that.
Yep.
And then we are double streaming, so you who are on my channel, go over to Tim's channel and subscribe. Also go over to Architect's channel and subscribe. So go do it.
Do it now.
Do it.
Here's a question for you, Dan.
Do I own a horse? No. I wish I did, though. I love horses. My grandfather had horses. My uncles had horses. So I know about horses. I just don't have any of my own.
Right on. Yeah. That would be cool to have a horse. Not gonna lie, but as far as my stuff, I don't have any crazy commercials, but I'll just share my little kind of troll thing here. Check out the Raylo Fund. Link is pinned in the chat and in the description. Raylos need to eat too. They're people too. So any dollar goes to the Raylo Fund to help support our troops like Ben Solo when he goes to fight rebel scum. So
a video with you green screened on top of Adam Driver's face in one of those scenes would be hilarious. It would be perfect. I think Dan could handle that big time. That would be a good one.
Yeah,
I might have to do it. Don't give me ideas. I'll do it. I'll do it now, not later. No. All right.
Hey,
so, good.
I was just gonna ask real quick, Dan.
Yeah.
What is that awesome blinking light mechanism you got going on there, because I need something like that in here.
Okay, so this is a panel that one of my friends made. His name is Props and Villainy, and
That's so
he
cool.
actually sent it to me as a gift. I don't, and it was nice. So
Dude.
this top panel is Star Wars and Ghostbusters inspired.
Nice.
The
Oh, that's
bottom
cool.
one, this half is Turtles inspired, and then
Sweet.
this one is Boba Fett. So,
Oh, nice.
Dude, that is so cool. What was the name of his company?
Props and Villainy. I'll throw a link. Hang on a second for Tim to share.
Is he on Etsy?
I'm not sure. He probably is. He also has a YouTube channel where he shows
I'm going to check him out.
how he makes that stuff and what have you.
Nice.
Give me a couple minutes. I'll throw some
Sure.
links on the private, and then Tim can throw them up if he wants.
Okay, cool. Just trying to find the right tab for this. Here we go. All right, so we're going to move on to the Mandalorian. Before we get into it, everyone's links are in the description below. Check out Star Wars Architects. Check out Dan the Law. Their links are in there. Instagrams, TikToks, Twitters if they have them, and Patreons and whatever else. Check them out. Both awesome creators. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Let us know you were here. It really helps the algorithm. Goal, what do we want to get? At least 25 has been the goal on the likes. So Hulk smash the like button. And subscribe for what? There we go.
I love it.
That's one of my favorite scenes in that movie. He's
Yeah.
probably one of the best characters in that movie and in the sequels.
No, I agree. All right. So
I did drop Props and Villainies YouTube channel if you want to do that one, Tim.
Okay. All right. Props.
I think you can find all his other stuff from there.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just going to abbreviate it. And here's his link, so check it out.
Yep. In the About section, you can find his other stuff.
Yeah,
He's
here
also
we go.
on Facebook and Instagram. So
Awesome.
There's 7 people in the chat. It means if all 3 can hit your goal. Oh, very nice. Do it now, not later. Don't forget.
that's it.
Yeah. All right. So now we are on to Mandalorian. This is the way. So this segment we usually do 2 to 3 minute round, kind of per person. We give our initial thoughts on this episode, chapter 18 or no, chapter 19, right? Episode 3. So it's just episode 3. We'll give our thoughts on that. And then we will check out what the chat's saying. We don't want to live in an echo chamber. Then we'll check out the Twitter poll. The link is in the description below. And then I'll probably plug it in the chat. So it's pretty divisive. So that should be fun to look at. And then we'll move on to the game tape and decide was this week a W or L for Star Wars. Whether it was Bad Batch and Mandalorian. I've been keeping track. Have a document we'll look at. And then we'll make our predictions and get out of the shebanger. All right. Without all that being said, this is the way. Dan the Law, your thoughts on episode 3 of The Mandalorian?
Oh boy. My thoughts. They're thoughts for sure. Maybe a little controversial. I liked the beginning. I liked the beginning. It was, it was definitely fun to see the jet fighters, and flying around like a dog fight in the sky there. I that stuff always intrigues me, and I kind of like it, but after that, it was kind of falling asleep kind of stuff. And I know they did it because they're going to do something down the line, maybe, but it definitely was very slow. On the internet, I called it a snooze fest. Definitely was. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It was almost like Andor, where it's like you're watching a guy walking around a city, with a popsicle in his hand. Whoa, that's fun. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
That's funny.
this is Mandalorian. Where's the Western feel to it? Where's the action? Where's the shooting? You know,
I saw a meme today actually that said Mandalorian.
I actually saw that too a couple days
I
ago.
thought
Yeah,
that was funny. Yeah.
Man Andor Lorian. Yep, that's great. That's definitely the feel I got for it, you know. And I'll be honest, I did not finish watching the Andor. I couldn't get past episode 5. It just was, I don't know, it was different for me. I know a lot of people like it, but I just didn't like the style, I guess, because Star Wars to me is like, I don't know, it's different.
Force and Jedi.
Yeah, the Force. Yeah, lightsabers.
Right. Yeah.
Action.
Because that's what separates that from Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. Almost like a Star Trek feel where they're just walking around talking. You know.
Yeah.
That's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on it, I guess. Just yeah.
Emotional damage.
That's exactly what I had.
Straight up.
But the first part was fine. I like the flying and the, you know.
Yeah. Andor taught me that aliens are Cockney from London from the 50 Homeland. Andor was good though and had good writing. This came off as awkward. Yeah. We'll kind of get into that. All right. Great thoughts on that, Dan. Star Wars Architect on channel for the first time. Your thoughts on episode 3 of The Mandalorian?
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry that something just happened. The computer glitched up, but I guess it's my turn. Okay. I it just all got jumbled up. Something happened. I don't know, but no, it's all good. So I'm gonna have to say that I pretty much was of the same opinion the first time. The first time I watched it, and then I watched it again, and I kind of just like I got a little bit more in depth of a view of it, but the beginning was cool, but then all of a sudden, like it just dropped off, and I was just like, whoa! And I never. This is what I was talking about earlier: is that it always just kind of like goes in a monotone frequency, and then all of a sudden it drops down, and then never goes back up or anything like that. And so it's just like leaving you hungry, basically, or thirsty, and so you know. But the middle part, that from that part when it dropped off to like the whole like leading, like, you know, the Pied Piper leading them in, you know, it was just kind of like you said, I was just like, all right, well, when's the next part going to happen? Because I don't really like what I'm watching here. But on to the end, whenever it went back to the Din Djarin and Bo-Katan, that's when I believe it like saved the episode kind of. And but I did love how I was proud that they started the whole thing out right where it left off from the last episode, because I was like, dude, they have to do that. And
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm glad that they did that. And there's plenty of other things that they did that I thought were cool. And the only thing I was really hoping for some Mythosaur action, man. But I know that I'm sure they're going to, you know, explode on that the next few episodes or something. So,
yeah. All right. Great thoughts on that, man. Let me Time Prophet. The female Mandalorian did not suit the Mandalorian enough in this episode. What a Bo Karen, right? That's what I said last week.
Yeah.
Andor taught me. Okay, I read that one. All right. What's he say here? KJ said, I love Dr. Pershing. What the F was that? It's like they tried to do Andor, but it was just awkward. Yeah, like I'll get into my thoughts on that. It's like I like the episode, but I don't like it because it started off really strong, and I love the whole Top Gun Maverick type fight. I thought it was pretty cool. And then you know how they kind of team together. He drops out of her ship, and I just like that whole sequence. And but then it goes into like Andor vibes, and for a show like this, it felt like it did feel awkward and misplaced. And for the general fan, they're gonna be like, WTF, man, what is this? You know, They're going to be like, why are they shoving this in? This is so boring. So that scene would have been fine in Andor, but not in The Mandalorian. Like kind of Dan's kind of getting to, like this show is more so what Star Wars is right now, and to kind of throw like a curveball in there, they better have some sort of payout for having like this. Yeah, this episode was 57 minutes long, and I felt that runtime. Like I was like, "Gosh dang!" I was looking down, I was like, "Is this over yet?" Yeah. And like, so I mean, beautifully shot. Coruscant looks amazing, but it just kind of, I'll be more forgiving in the grand scheme of things if there's some sort of payout with the whole cloning type stuff. And I'll nitpick one thing real quick. Elia is like kind of that new character. I saw the twist coming from a mile away. I was like, okay, she's obviously like a double agent or evil. And then like at the end, they just leave her alone in the room, and she cranks the thing up to like 11.
Right.
He's like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You can.
That was. I agree with that.
That was just. Yeah. You don't just leave, like, no hospital would leave somebody, alone in the same room as someone who's not hurt, unless it's like family, but not in like, let's say you're getting your x-ray done or whatever he's sitting in, there's always 2 or 3 people in the back there doing stuff. They don't just leave and say, oh, let's get out of here, and then that's it. No, there's always someone standing there just in case something goes wrong, But so goofy how they did that, how they wrote it like that.
Yeah, there were definitely some like Hitler type stuff going on, and like the New Republic definitely seemed like the Empire, but they just word and phrase stuff differently. It kind of had that vibe to the episode, so I get it. What's up, Janet from another planet? Hello, everyone. Scare of Scuttlebutt podcast. Hey, nerds, stop by saying hello. Thanks for being here. All right, before I guess, so now we'll look at the Twitter poll. Everyone, do the thing, like, share, subscribe, and comment for what? More, always more. There it is. Boom. All right, so The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 3 thoughts. This is the way, babe. 11.8% good, 23.5%, meh, 27.5%, and oh trash, babe, 37.3%. We had 51 votes, so that was a pretty good turnout. I guess just kind of like we'll go like rapid fire. What's kind of the word of mouth on this? Like, I'll go first to kind of set the stage here. Like, I've talked about Star Wars. I've been on like 3 different streams now talking about Star Wars, about this episode. And it does seem like this week is definitely divided, like really bad. Like last week, more so people were liking it. And this week, they're like, man, what are they doing with this? This is not what they should be doing. So I don't know. Is that about the same for you, Dan? Or?
Yeah, that's what I've been getting to. And a lot of people saying it's like more like Andor this episode, but like a badly written Andor, Yeah. So that's what I've been getting.
Yeah. That's what about for you, Star Wars Architect?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's like I like I've been saying. I feel like we're in that little like dip in the entire season, and it's just like the first 2 episodes of Mando. I was like, okay, let's go, man. This is good. I liked how it started out, and just like the initiation of the kid coming into Mandalore. That was cool. There's some lore right there, and but then like it's just when that new character came in. What was her name? I don't even remember. When that like it just happens to be when she came into the picture in that section of this episode, it's just like, here we go again, man. You're kind of like taking the wind out of my sails. It feels like, if that makes sense, So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to pull up the game tape, but the character was called Elia Kane.
Elia Kane.
And I thought it was kind of weird though. She seemed like such a small role in like the previous seasons, and now she seems kind of more of like a major player.
Yeah,
Like,
she's a higher rank maybe than we thought.
Yeah, like a spy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like a double agent. Like definitely, what's his face is coming back. Moff Gideon. That's the only
Oh,
thing I
right,
could kind
right.
of take away from it. From if I'm going to be optimistic, is like, okay, that he's in Moff Gideon, and then I saw some pictures of like the whole crew, and Moff Gideon was with them. So it's like, okay, he's definitely coming back.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Pulling it up, guys. I'm pulling it up.
Tim, you're sounding like Darth Vader again.
Darth.
No. Right. Mic is breaking up. Is it better? I don't know what's going on with my mic.
Yeah, that's better. I
Um,
don't know what's going on either. That's better now.
All right, I'm gonna pull it up. I got to mute myself real quick. I guess read the chat if you can.
All right. I don't know what to talk about. What can we do? We can hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Everybody, remember on Inside the Booth, go over to Tim's and Star Wars Architects channel. Everybody's stuff is in the description below, and subscribe to their channel. And then I say vice versa from everybody else that's on Tim's channel. Go down to Architects and mine.
Yeah, I'll sub to you guys if you all have channels as well. So appreciate it.
Of course, we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah. Man, I was gonna add something, but it escaped me. If it comes back, I'll mention it.
There you go.
Right on. All right, so we start off the episode. It kind of skips or whatever to them in the ship, and kind of out of nowhere, they're just kind of chilling, and then these space pirates, or well, not the, what is it? It's the Empire, right? In
the Empire.
And they kind of get into this dogfight, which I thought was pretty cool. We have a little bit of a battle in space, and then
that definitely felt
planet.
Right, that definitely felt Star Warsy. The space dogfight, and then the dogfight there on the planet. And I like that they use the old sound effects. You can hear it. All the pews, the pew pews. It was cool. That part got me. That was good.
Yeah, all the ship fighting and stuff like that. That was great. It was like a good start off.
Yeah, and cinematography, I think it looked really great.
Oh yeah,
kind of the way they shot it.
Yeah, definitely. Even the CGI looked good in this one. For the dogfight and stuff. Definitely.
Time Prophet, he says, explain where the short-range TIE fighters come from. The sound effects was not the same in the atmosphere.
Oh, maybe
I guess
not.
I didn't
really
notice that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember the TIE fighters. They kind of, they can use hyperspeed or like hyperdrive, and they can literally just show up right next to someone.
Well, I think I don't know about Disney Star Wars, but I know in like A New Hope and all them, the smaller ship, the smaller fighters couldn't go far away from like a main base or a main ship, so there had to be a main ship somewhere. They didn't show where the main ship was, so that part was a little confusing, but at the same time, maybe they're trying to shorten the episode by not showing where they came from. I don't know.
Ben Kenobi said the TIE fighter could not fly very far from the Death Star. Interesting. So Bo-Katan's planet or her castle gets destroyed, and she is not happy.
No, she was upset by that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then they kind of realize that overwhelmed, and then they just kind of shoot off. They're like, all right, where do they go? Where do they go though? Do they go back to Tatooine? It just kind of shows them zoom off, right? Let's see.
It must be they went to like where the end of the episode starts. That's
Okay.
where they went to. So they just kind of
yeah, right.
so they filled in
Okay.
everything else, you know.
That is a cool
Yeah.
ship, though.
It is a cool ship,
She's got
yeah.
a sick ship.
Yeah. Agreed. And then we go to Coruscant, which I think Coruscant looks really nice compared
Oh,
to
yeah.
what it looked like in Obi-Wan. Like it looked kind of dour. This one's very vibrant.
Right.
And then he's kind of giving a TED talk here, Dr.
Yeah.
Pershing.
Yeah. And it has a council vibes from episode 1, you know, where they're
Yeah.
all you need is the floating
Right.
doohickeys that go back and forth.
Yeah.
But definitely it's
Yeah.
got that type of vibe to it.
Yeah, Pershing TED talk. Yep, exactly. I was like, yep, that's definitely what it is. And he's
So-
kind of talking about. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say what I was confused about is he's talking about the clone thing, like you were gonna say, and but it seemed like when he's talking, it seemed like okay, he's still doing his research, but then when he's talking to everybody else afterwards, it's like he isn't doing it, but he wants to. So I got confused there.
Yeah, yeah, because it's definitely at the start. Why would he be doing like a TED talk when he's not when he's not really doing it? Like we see later on in the episode where he just has like this 9-to-5 job, getting rid of like these old records, you know, and some of it's like clone research, and that's what kind of sets him off. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm confused on that too. And then, so we have like all these rich people coming up to him, and I think they say something about like
He's doing a good
basically
job
they're
or
not affected. Do what?
I was just gonna say like he's doing a good job the way they kind of pat his back and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you're working for us now. Let's see, and then it cuts to he's walking to the courtyard, and then they kind of call him over.
Yeah, his housing situation, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like they call them by numbers instead of by names, so just kind of known by that.
Yeah, that was definitely a first order thing, right?
Yeah, and then they're talking about what are some things we missed about the Empire working for them, and Dr. Pershing's like, I miss those crackers.
Oh yeah, the travel crackers or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yellow ones.
Yeah.
And he was specific about what color too.
Hey, that's white. That's white Gatorade. I'm calling it. They're drinking white Gatorade, dude.
It does look like white Gatorade.
That's all. It's Frost Gatorade.
Yeah, the Frost Gatorade. Yeah.
It was travel biscuits. Just saying.
Travel.
Travel biscuits. Thank you.
Ghost Rider.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late,
You come-
Tim.
Oh,
But
that's
okay,
fine.
so if you guys have any of you been in the military?
No.
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 Okay, I have. I am a Marine. All right, and I've had many an MRE. Inside the MREs, you have different little each one is different. Sometimes you'll get like different cakes and whatnot, which is what I'm assuming these travel biscuits would be the real world equivalency. So yeah, I can understand why he would specify the yellow ones, because the jalapeno cheese inside the MREs is very different than the regular cheese that you would get, just like the chocolate peanut butter, which is essentially Nutella, is way better than just regular peanut butter. And this stuff is like currency in the field. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yes, specifying yellow is an awesome little touch. Just saying.
Nice.
Yeah.
I could see
And
that.
then, all right, so he loves yellow crackers, and then so he goes.
Biscuits.
He's kind of he's kind of contemplating in his room, and then a box full of crackers appears out of nowhere. Elia
Biscuits.
definitely dropped them off. Biscuits, yeah,
Biscuits.
biscuits.
George
And
Lucas is in the house.
oh, George Lucas is here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, George?
What?
What's up, George?
Hey, George.
Hey, George.
We're gonna.
Thanks for being here.
Come on. He's just like.
He's watching.
Does it seem like this guy is getting kidnapped for given over to Moff Gideon or something? Or is that where it's kind of going to the next episode? I don't know.
I don't know.
I could possibly see that, like where he forgets that, like his mind got wiped. He did still like the portable clone kit. I'll call it that, the portable clone kit.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, my question is,
The
if
mobile lab.
they wipe his mind, he won't be able to know how to use the clone stuff anymore, right? Isn't that what the...
Unless that just doesn't affect that part of his brain. Or I don't know. But yeah.
Maybe they can pinpoint which part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But it seems like that's what they're doing, is just kind of wiping his memory.
To get him to just... Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Just be a normal guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
he was
we got... Oh,
and
go
he's a sympathizer to the New Republic, therefore he must go.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
And then we got Elia and Dr. Parasheen having their little sucker date or whatever these things are.
Yeah, she straight honeypotted him. Straight honeypot.
I know,
right
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking popsicles or something, or fudgicles. What are those other ones called? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Creamsicles.
So this
the cream pops. And they
so
glow.
yeah, the city looks.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, the city looks pretty nice here. Coruscant looking like Coruscant, and then the stuff with the droid is kind of different. I didn't really hate it or whatever, but at this point, he's kind of questioning his what he's doing. He's not happy. It's kind of very Andor-esque, because there's a moment with the character Serial where he's working this like 9-to-5 job that he's miserable at, and he used to have a greater purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which then again confuses me why he had that TED talk beforehand.
KG. Okay, so photon fizzles. Photon fizzles are a drink.
Oh, there you go.
She asks him after he drops his popsicle.
Yeah.
When he's trying to touch the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a specific drink. That's not what those little popsicles are called. I forget what they're called, but the photon fizzles is a drink.
Gotcha. Moff Gideon is in The Boys. It's a multiverse. Let's see. I love that show, by the way, The Boys.
He's also in Breaking Bad.
Dude, he is awesome in that show, and that's a really good show. Yeah. He's
in Revolution.
Actually, I have the same last name as that guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not related, but it's just funny.
Esposito.
It's me. Esposito.
Nice.
Yeah.
So basically, it's kind of going back and forth, and Elia's definitely sparking some thought in his head, and then I think at this point, his boss over here is making him get rid of like clone technology or just information from it. These are archives, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, he's cataloging things before they go and incinerate them. It's like when when the government destroys its weapons that it's no longer using, like old M16s or M1 Grands, sometimes they'll send them off for civilian suppliers to buy them. Other times, when they want to just destroy it, like when they're trying to cover up their crimes, like from Waco or Ruby Ridge, then they'll actually just send them to the incinerator.
Yeah. Yep. So, kind of skipping ahead a little bit here. He, so basically, Eli's kind of wearing off on him, and he's like, before this, he had a meeting with that droid, the droid therapist, and he says something about like, if you could help the Empire, if you could help the New Republic in any way, would you do it or something like that? And I think the robot says yes, or the droid says yes. So that's kind of like the lasting thing. He's like, okay, I'm gonna kind of act on this and kind of live a little. Does anyone else think it's kind of why didn't they just pay for tickets?
You're roboting hard, dude.
Oh no!
You sound like Darth Vader again.
Stop. Oh, my mic. Is it better?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. But yeah, why didn't they pay for the tickets?
Because they scan your ID.
Oh.
Okay, so this is.
I mean, that makes
okay, because
sense.
maybe. Yeah.
Because they were not supposed to leave that area, right, or something like that.
Correct. Yeah, they have to stay within their designated zone, because they're basically under house arrest, and they can only go within a certain radius unless they're actually going to work. Like having one of the ankle bracelets on.
Yeah, they should have been more specific on that aspect, because it was a little confusing.
No, they specifically stated it in the episode. Elias said it.
Yeah, and then we got this. Who's this? It's from Monsters Inc. He got fired from Monsters Inc. So now he's in Star Wars. So.
Yep, that's it.
I think that's cool. That it kind of looks like a Wampa, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to this too. Like, it was kind of sketch a little bit. It's like, how can you jump off the train? But then there was like these pads. But like, did she know? Did she set up those pads from before?
She must have done that or something before, or yeah. She's got experience or knew that somehow it happened, or she didn't. She wanted to get rid of him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's jump here. Oh, luckily there's a mattress.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I got nothing for that one. I got nothing.
Yeah. It's just kind of one of those like, okay, I'll just kind of roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously she's kind of done this before, or it felt like how did she get the crackers, right?
Yeah, that's what she said. Is how she got the biscuits or whatever.
Yeah, the biscuits. Yeah. And then it's like, if you've done this before and they always check your ticket, why wouldn't you kind of be chilling towards like the end of the bus or end of the train?
Right.
But yeah. So we get to the scene where they jump off, take my hand, and all kind of having a buddy moment.
Your mic is jumping again.
You're drawing him again.
Oh, why am I roboting? It's right. My internet's being lame.
Could be the internet.
That is a cool shot.
Yeah.
That's a real cool shot.
It was. It definitely was.
Yeah.
Star Destroyer down on the. I don't know what would you call that? Like a dump place or something?
Yeah. Scrapyard.
Scrapyard. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, she straight up.
So,
go ahead.
Oh yeah, this episode was shot pretty well. Like, Coruscant looked nice. I like the aerial battles.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to kind of hide away, and they get the equipment, the cloning equipment, and let me see.
And then she gets. It's
The only
sad.
beef I have about this is that if that had really crashed on Coruscant, especially those in the lower regions of Coruscant would totally turn that into a home. Just saying, so they wouldn't have to live in the lower regions of Coruscant.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Coruscant
Yeah.
is called an ecumopolis. I just learned that today. I thought that was cool. Y'all ever heard that term?
Yeah, because the whole planet is
A nation or planet-wide city. Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it, like 30 million people live in there? Or
Like
So
a
it
trillion.
like, I know it's a trillion. Yeah. Then so I feel like most of us kind of saw this set. Like I knew she was going to betray him. I just had that hunch from the start because she was just kind of like, it reminded me of Karate Kid.
Just-
how?
Oh,
what were you saying?
just real quick. Okay, so right now on planet Earth, we have about somewhere between 7 to 12 billion people on the planet.
Okay.
Okay, billion with a B.
Mhm.
Of Coruscant, like a trillion people. You know, that's a lot. That's so much. That's like many times more than what we have right now. Just to put it into
Coruscant's
perspective.
a lot bigger than Earth. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they keep building up. You know,
Yeah.
they have no more room to expand out. They can
Right.
only build up now, and it just saying they showed you in Clone Wars and in this episode here, like that's the peak. Imagine that the rock he tried to touch, that would be like you trying to go and walking over in a park to touch the tip of Mount Everest.
Mm. Oh right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah.
that's the tip
That is
top.
that was an interesting part there. Yeah. And when she had him touch that and then tricked him into touching it and the thing, and she knew that was going to happen or whatever. That was definitely when it started getting more sus that she was going to do something, at the end, for sure.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Yeah. But just like back to it, like in Karate Kid, it's like, what was his, not Kreese, but the other guy that I'll just call him Ponytail Man. I love
Terry
Cobra Kai,
Silver?
by the way, but like Terry Silver, like Ponytail. Yeah. Terry Silver was definitely gonna set the Karate Kid up. I had the same vibes or whatever because she was just kind of always popping up or whatever. It just stuff was like too convenient. I don't know. I just had that hunch, but.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is going to be a controversial scene to talk about. So definitely got like parallels or just like this vibe that they call themselves the New Republic, but they're seeming very Empire-esque, and they just phrase things differently with like this mind wiper thing. They're like, oh no, this is not a what's the name of it?
Mind
Yeah, it's-
flare.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, it's not a mind flare. It's this. And
Yeah,
that.
they
And,
seem like they're just the same thing as the Empire, and they're just repackaging it, and it's not anything different, really. Kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
And then,
that's what governments do, man.
Yeah, you're right.
It is.
and then we got Alaya, channeling her inner Palpatine. She's like, dude, turn up the notch. Turn
Yeah.
up the notch.
Yeah, she was
and that-
like,
And if you hadn't figured out she was a double agent yet,
now you know.
now you know.
But
Yeah.
see what the writing of this episode, I mean, like I said before earlier, in this type of scene, you would have 2 or 3 people there that would be watching him so they make sure nothing goes wrong. You wouldn't have them going, okay, well, we got it. Let's go now. And she's like, oh, no, I'll stay because he's my friend. They wouldn't have done that. Like a normal, like, let's say a hospital and doing x-rays or something, or, it just seems weird how they
You
wrote
have
it like
to
that.
have at least one person monitoring, at least one.
Right.
And she was the one. So
Right, but if she would have left with him, because he did say, "Let's go now," so I don't know. It just seems strange.
If the machine has to run for a certain amount of time, then I could see someone running down the hall to grab a cup of coffee real quick and coming back,
Right.
which would be her opportunity. But really, my thing is not even that. It's the fact that she's the only one left. They know she's the only one left, and somebody just turned the dial up on him.
Right. Exactly.
And now they know it was her that turned the dial up.
Right.
Because she was the only one there.
Yeah, I think you're right. If they would have written it to where the guy's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be back," and then she did it and then turned it back when he got back in, that would have been a little different.
Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah. Or Dr. Perishing.
I mean, I can understand her, wiping his, getting his mind flayed because like the dude knows too much.
Right.
And thinking about Moff Gideon's little light cruiser there, typically a Moff has an entire Star Destroyer at his command.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even 2 or 3 Star Destroyers. And this dude was, jaunting around the galaxy in a light cruiser. So those people on that cruiser have to be specialized for something. Now, if that something is espionage, if they're a bunch of spies, ISB, if they're a bunch of spies, that would make sense that she has, even though she was a comm officer, she has basic espionage training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It also makes sense that
Do
she would know
Mandalorians
better.
brush
Not
their
be the only
teeth?
one left in. Yes.
There we go. So they roll up to what planet is this? Do they ever give us a name?
I don't remember.
Yeah. But anyways, we got Paul Vizsla here, or Paul Vizsla. He's like, "What are you guys doing here? You're not welcome. You're not like."
Oh yeah.
You're
So
outcasted.
yeah, you guys are.
Paz Vizsla.
Yeah, Paul Vizsla.
He's like, "We're clean, bro. Just relax."
Yeah, which is weird because what was it? The first episode, he didn't give him a hard time for coming back because he took his helmet off.
Interesting.
Is it because he saved him from the big alligator? Is that why they didn't give him a hard time?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Probably.
And now they're like, you didn't save us this time.
Yeah.
You can't come in.
You too are redeemed.
So the water thing, how does that work? They have the vial of the water, and the armor just pours it in the big bowl thing.
I guess it's just like magic water, and
no. Okay, so
maybe a chemical.
Yeah. So every planet, you can tell where on the planet Earth, if you pick up a vial of water and you give it to an expert, they will be able to tell you dang near the exact spot that you got that water on the planet because of the minerals that are floating around inside that water.
Right.
So that is what's going on here. She knew that water was indeed the living waters because of the things in whatever is in the water that you can't see. They dropped when she dropped it into that mixture there, which her quench tank. There's something in the quench tank that makes the water shimmer blue. Whenever the living waters actually touch it. So that's what she pours when she puts a little drop right before she quenches armor. It's like that's the living water she's adding to the quench.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then so after that we get Bo and Mando or Din Djarin are both redeemed, and Bo's gonna be an opportunist here. I definitely think she's gonna take her helmet off and not be part of the plan, but I think she's just kind of riding with the wave because of the mythosaur, because she could rule Mandalore if she gets the mythosaur. So
she's playing it cool, yeah.
Or urine.
If Mandalorian water is really saliva? Yeah.
Oh the mythosaur saliva.
Yeah. How did the mythosaur, like, was he the one that drug Din Djarin down to the depths? Like, how
No,
did he?
Beskar is really, really heavy, dude.
That's right. Ah, that makes sense. I was like, how
Beskar
in the
is
world did
super
that
heavy.
happen? Like,
Honestly, like,
he just sank.
look, Pedro Pascal, if they actually ever showed him with just like a straight body shot, whoever they are underneath that armor has to be like super ripped. All right.
For
This
sure.
armor is ridiculously heavy.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, ridiculously heavy.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But oh man.
Yeah,
And
'cause I kind of wondered that too, but then it did like go from shallow to very like, you know, it was a drop off.
it was a
Right.
shelf.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you've ever
I'm guessing. I think they said it in the episode, didn't they? Where was the reason was because maybe when they were bombing it, I don't know. Maybe I heard it somewhere. When they bombed the place, it took out the I don't know, made the bath deep or something. I don't know. Like
it
The
caused
top,
an opening. It basically created cracks in the surface.
right. Yeah.
Hossman, thanks for being here. I think it's the first time I've seen him. Gleeful statement: HK-47 ready to engage in some unaltered violence against the Mandalorian.
Unadulterated.
Unadulterated. HK-47. Who is that?
One. I think one of the Mandalorians there.
Okay.
HK-47 is an old Republic assassin droid.
Ah, gotcha.
Hmm.
Now he has to wear his helmet again. They can sack Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
they still need his voice.
They use his voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
mean,
right. So that's the
it's
end of
not-
the episode. Oh, go ahead.
It's not really him under. He's got like they got like 3 people that wear the suit, and Pedro
All
just
right.
does the voice.
Mhm.
Gotcha. All right, so we'll go down the line. We'll decide was this week a W or L for Bad Batch and The Mandalorian. Dan, what do you think for what are you thinking for Mando?
For Mando, I'm gonna have to go with an L on this one.
Gotcha.
I just,
L.
yeah, like before, I just didn't. I don't know. It was just a weird episode for me. Didn't seem like a Mandalorian episode, in my opinion.
Fair enough. What do you think of Star Wars Architect?
I think I was kind of like neutral with it too. I think last week definitely was a win, and the week before that was a win, but I don't think this week was really a win, personally.
Yeah. So you're gonna go default. We had middle too. We got lose, win, and default.
Well then,
Dan started that
yeah,
one.
middle ground, because I mean, like I liked a lot of the episode, but except for that just one part where it just made it just like really hard to
watch. Yeah.
or to not watch or whatever.
Yeah. All right, so I'll give them an A. What do you think, Ghost?
Dub.
Give it dub.
It's a dub for me.
All right.
Dub.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I know. I don't know. I'm familiar with what they're doing. You know, the little nuances that they're putting in there. You know, I can tell. So for me, it's a dub. But I think they could have done some stuff better. Like for the last 2 episodes, maybe if they did like the little classic Star Wars swipe and gone and shown a little bit of Dr. Pershing, what's going on Coruscant, in conjunction with what's going on with Din and Bo, you know, and I think that, if they had done that, and instead of Din getting trapped and then having to send Grogu and then getting Bo-Katan to get back over, you know, there's definitely some things that they could have done better, but overall, it's a dub for me.
Got you. What up, Tuckerverse? How's it going? It is a big robot. Oh, what you're talking about earlier. Yeah, this week I like the way it started and I like the way it ended. It just And I do like the show Andor overall, but it just felt kind of out of place to stick some of that into the Mandalorian. It just didn't. It just felt awkward. It's not that I really
Yeah.
hated it. So I'll give it like a default this week. What do we think about Bad Batch?
I think Bad Batch is also an L for me. Um, yeah, it just didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Star Wars Architect?
L for the Bad Batch for sure.
Ghost.
Again, it's a dub for me. I loved it, just for the fact that it really reminded me of a classic story that I read when I was a kid. About it's actually a classic Japanese story. That they, but you know, if you want, I'll tell that story later. But overall, it was a dub for me.
Gotcha. Right on, right on. We like to have varied opinions on here.
Yeah.
So we got it in the books. Overall, so it's looking like Mandalorian's kind of just a default. We had one L, one W, two NAs. So yeah, it's looking like more so an NA if an L
Yeah.
cancels out a W, and then Bad Batch kind of yeah, we're doing weird math now, and then yeah. But last week, though, Mandalorian, pretty much everyone gave it a W, so that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, same for Bad Batch there. All right, let me save this, put this in the books, and because if you don't document it, you don't take a picture or whatever. Like you go to the gym and you don't take a picture or selfie, it never
Picker, it
happens.
didn't happen.
That's right.
Yeah. What's going on here? Okay, if L is bad, I will go W on Mando. I don't watch Bad Batch. Fair enough. Fair enough.
We're just basically giving it a thumbs up or down here.
Yeah. Since Star Wars is back in the news, I decided to do a fun callback to KOTOR until May 4th.
Shout out to
Very nice.
KOTOR.
Yeah.
The best Star Wars game.
I love the Old Republic, man.
Which is where the Mandalorian actually gets its roots from.
Yeah.
The story, like the whole Din
From
Djarin.
the game. Yeah.
Yes. So for those that don't know, the Mandalorian, originally, it was the helm of Mandalore the Great that one could never take off. Okay, once you were Mandalore, that was it. That was your helmet. You never took it off because your identity became the Mandalore. You were no longer the person you were. You were the Mandalore, which is where this little offshoot of Death Watch basically grew their religion. So they're like, oh, the rest of the Mandalorians lost their way. We're going to go back to the way of the Mandalore. For those that are still confused. But these days, they don't have the Helm of Mandalore anymore. Now they have the Darksaber, because sometime between the time of the Old Republic and now, they lost the helm again, and they had a Jedi Mandalorian, and his lightsaber is still around. So it switched to becoming the helm to the saber.
Gotcha.
Tar Vizsla.
Yes,
Tar
Vizsla.
Ronnie. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I think part of it, like Pa Vizsla, he's kind of salty because he lost the saber, and so every time he sees Mando, he's kind of defensive, with his arms crossed, or he's like, yeah.
He's like,
well,
what you doing? Yeah.
Well, he's salty because he lost. I mean,
yeah.
For sure.
All right. So, do we want to make predictions out of this episode? Dan, what do you think is going to happen in the next episode?
I don't know. I guess I don't have any predictions for this. Obviously, hopefully they're gonna make they're gonna do something with the Coruscant stuff. Obviously down the road, but that's all I can think of. So I don't have any real predictions.
What do you think, Ghost?
Oh, well, I think that now that Bo-Katan is once again Mandalorian, along with, Din is again Mandalorian, they need to go get her ships. They also know Mandalore is breathable. So, everybody's like, oh, that's impossible. That planet's cursed. Hey, no, the planet's not cursed. There are structures that we can live in, and there are creatures we can eat, and water we can drink. So, although I wouldn't really drink that water. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Definitely.
that's considered holy water for them, but I'm sure there are other water sources. That does show that there are sources of water on Mandalore that you can get to. So, as far as the double agent, okay, so here's the thing with this episode, and I understand why people didn't like it. In the beginning, Bo-Katan, what happened with Din and Bo-Katan in the beginning? They were getting chased by what? Imperial ties, right?
Yeah.
They're getting chased by ties. Now, where the hell did those ties come from? Okay. That was too many ties to be in from a light cruiser. There definitely had to be like a bigger class of Star Destroyer.
Thrawn.
No, I don't think it's Thrawn. They're going to save Thrawn for Ahsoka.
You think? Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
they're going to
for
save Thrawn for Ahsoka.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Now, they also mentioned Moff Gideon getting lost, basically. Either he escaped or it was a ruse for a black site. If he did escape, he was broken out by another Imperial warlord. Because at this time in the Star Wars universe, there are several Imperial warlords that are vying for what is left of Imperial space.
Yeah.
Now,
that makes sense.
Yes. So, what I think happened is somebody and we already seen it's relatively easy to break someone out of a New Republic prison ship. We saw that in Mando, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, the Empire could do it. If Mando can do it, so can the frickin' Empire, and the Empire wouldn't even care about setting off the darn alarms, which is probably why everybody knew about it already. Because they would just, go in like a smash and grab. They wouldn't even need to be all finesse like Mando with the Razor Crest and his crew did. Go in, grab the dude, and leave. But so we got several different things going on in this episode that, if you're not paying attention to, would be easy to miss. So we've set up Moff Gideon being gone. We've set up a bigger player in the galaxy right now. We've also set up Din Djarin and Bo-Katan. One of them is going to rule Mandalore, and if I know Dave Filoni, he's going to have Bo-Katan because, that's his girl.
Yeah.
Which, Dave Filoni, you need to chill out with your freaking whammons, okay? Stop it. Just stop it, dude. Stop it. Bad Dave Filoni. Anyway, God. Bo-Katan drives me nuts. She lost it, dude. She lost it. It's Din's turn. He's the one.
You think she's gonna end up trying to
taking the dark saber back?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think that they're going to be I think that they're going to go try to get her fleet to combat whatever mysterious bad guy is out there, sending TIE interceptors after her. And then her Mandalorians are going to be like, F you. And
hey, what?
she's going to be like, well, he's got the dark saber, so you got to listen to him. And they're going to be like, who the hell's this guy? He's just a cult member.
Hey, what if, just maybe, this is the way that the Mandalorian ties into Ahsoka, by using Thrawn and him being the great threat or whatever, and that's how all that kind of coincides.
Look,
I don't know.
I love Thrawn, okay? I love Thrawn. I think that whoever this is a Moff under Thrawn, someone who has pledged their allegiance to Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Okay, yeah. Maybe Dark Jedi. I don't know. Maybe
Moff Gideon,
George Sabaoth, or
George Caboth, Sabaoth. I call him Caboth.
Sabaoth, yeah, whatever you want to say.
No. I think this is just a more of a Moff Tarkin-esque
So like
nah,
another, like a new character. You're saying a new Moth?
yes, I think it
Yeah.
would be a new character. I think
That'd be cool.
any new Jedi or Dark Jedi that they introduce is going to happen in Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Hmm.
possibly.
You know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
look, Jedi versus Mandalorians are great, and Mandalorians are one of the few, people or creatures or whatever in the galaxy that can hold their own against a Jedi or
Mhm.
of any Force user.
Yeah.
That's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I don't think that they would do that at this point. If they did that in the Mando, it would be like a series end type bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
So
Um,
it's a great idea, but I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel you.
Do you think the Star Destroyer they have is fully operational and is going to be refitted for the new Empire? I don't
What new
know.
empire? There is no new empire.
I think they're talking about like when the Empire comes back, I guess, like into play.
Oh, the First Order.
Yeah, the
yeah,
First
for
Order.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so at this point come on, kids, gather around for some more history. Let's go. Okay, so at this time, like I said before, there are very many imperial factions around in the galaxy, and specifically in a designated imperial space. They have their own safe space. The Empire does. Okay, and it's actually very near Mandalorian space, uh, which is why it's pretty easy to go strike Bo-Katan and then get the hell out of there before the New Republic shows up. But another big thing that's going on in the New Republic, which was huge, with what's her name, Mon Mothma, uh, was the decommissioning of the Alliance and Imperial fleets. Okay. What they did do, though, is they did save some of the bigger capital ships, refitted them, and used those Star Destroyers as basically mobile bases. You know, so there's not like a Star Destroyer for every planet anymore, but one Star Destroyer is big enough to hold a much smaller fleet. You know,
Mhm.
Gotcha. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for being here. Science, Tony, Hossman, anyone else that's been joining us? Eric, what were your predictions, Star Wars Architect?
Well, I really hope that they fully expound on the mythosaur, because I just thought that was super cool. Whenever like she shined the light and you saw the eye, that just pumped me up, dude. I was like, all right, let's go with that. I want to see more of that. Hopefully they're gonna bring that back in. I'm not sure how that will work out, but that and it'd be cool to see some more Jedi action. I don't know what we're gonna do or what they would do, but yeah, I don't know. That's basically it. I just want to see the
Yeah.
mythosaur eat some aliens or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
For sure.
Um,
For sure.
I don't have any major predictions. I just hope they stay on path with the Mandalorian stuff or whatever. They're gonna take back Mandalore next. I feel like
Yeah.
Moff Gideon's gonna come back because they've been kind of teasing it, and
Mhm.
I don't have anything really crazy. Maybe a major cameo because Star Wars, everyone knows each other, and this show they throw everybody in there. So
Yeah.
maybe some big cameo from someone.
I'm sure they'll have a
You know,
crossover with one of the other shows somehow.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe one of those characters appears.
Yeah.
Maybe this next episode, and then at the end, Mando reunites or meets up with like Ahsoka and everybody, and they have pork tea together, or
Yeah.
hog tea or whatever.
Hog soup. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that wraps it up. Let's go ahead and plug our channels and get out of this shebanger. I don't know how many likes we're at, but Hulk smash the like button. Let us know you're here. Dan, what do you got going on next, my man?
Tuesday, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be reviewing a movie. Don't forget to come over and watch. It'll be a lot of fun. It's a World War One movie, so it's going to be
Right.
interesting.
All quiet on the Western Front.
Yes. How'd you know? It's
Because-
exactly the one we're going to do.
Yep.
I think it's a French movie because it's dubbed. So
Nope,
I don't
German.
know. Oh, is it German?
Yep.
Interesting.
It's a German movie told from the German perspective. The book was actually written from the German perspective on the war.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. Anyone likes history and, likes those type of movies, come on over and check it out.
For those of you watching that movie, I've seen it. It's most excellent.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Actually, it's a remake of the original, but it's an awesome remake.
Cool.
All right, and Star Wars Architect on the channel first time. Really appreciate you coming on, man.
man.
What do you got going on next?
Yeah, thanks for having me. So pretty much the main thing that I'm working on is just like I've always been into fan films, so I'm kind of working on like a 3-episode little series of fan films. I got the stories written, and it's really just about hurdles as far as like learning to do a few things that I need, and so I'm working on that in the background. Not sure when that's gonna really like be done, but I'm always making stuff. I'll just be putting out lore videos until then.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, check out his channel on TikTok and YouTube. He does awesome lightsaber content and kind of lore stuff as well. Pretty cool. All right, Ghost Rider back on the channel. Appreciate you coming on. I know you kind of float around like the ether. You don't have a channel, but you're on a lot of panels. So
I am the ghost. What can I say? Yes, no,
Yeah.
I do float around. I hither and yon. I am very knowledgeable when it comes to especially Star Wars lore. So, if any of y'all want some fresh perspective on the history of the galaxy or any such things, or writing when like predictions on what is upcoming, you just you can find me in the Discord of Hangar Bay or the Vac Tube or even Tim's Discord chat. I am around. I am not hard to find. Echo Base. Yeah, just
Nice.
send me a DM and I will get back to you as quickly as possible.
Awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, thanks for being on. You had some deep lore knowledge there.
I
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's what I do.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah. All right. So
There's a reason
we'll be
my name
back.
is the Ghost Rider.
Superhero
Go ahead.
name.
Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. But no, we'll be back at 8:30 p.m. ET for episode 5. Episode 4. We're already halfway. Wow, it's crazy for Mandalorian. And then the Bad Batch as well. That show's kind of coming to an end. And then I do plan on seeing John Wick on Thursday. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably drop a non-spoiler review that night. And then maybe I'll try to put a stream together that following Monday because I love those movies. They're awesome.
Dude, John Wick is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, the Boogeyman. Yeah, and check out everyone's channels. The links are in description below. Dan, do we want to try it this week? This.
Yeah, we can try.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Before that, Hulk, smash the like button, leave a comment, let us know your thoughts on Mando and Bad Batch. Let us know you're here. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to everyone else's channel. All right, we're gonna attempt to do this. We weren't super successful last week, but
I'm ready.
do you know what we're doing, Ghost Rider? We go
Nope.
1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then we go. This is the way. So. We epically failed last week, and that was kind of
Well,
a
it's not
thing.
it's not going to work because of different computer speeds and delays and such. So it's actually never going to work unless you know the precise time that you can. But it's still fun to try.
We
So
can
why not?
try. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And I do want to thank all the chat too.
Yeah,
Brett Hossman, Revenge Guy, Time Prophet, KG, Dylan, Matt, Eric, Achilles, Kathy Skywalker, Tony, anyone else I missed? Science, thanks for being here. All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do the thing. Let me find my outro too. Okay, so
Count of 3.
2, yeah, 1, 2, 3. This
This
is
is the way.
All right.
Yep. See,
That's
terrible.
better. That was better.
Yeah. Progress, people.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right. All right. Peace out, y'all.
Rose.